Hi, seniors. Mr. McDowell here. I just wanted to answer the questions that you submitted through that Google form and through Google Classroom. I hope that you had a great day. Let's get to these questions that you had. They were really, really great. I was quite impressed. First question reads, are we doing the virtual campus? And if so, what if students work during the day? Will we be able to access it at a different day, at a different time of day? Excuse me. What's going to happen with graduation and the ceremony? Are we going to make it up in the summer? So it was a multi-layered question, as I'm a fan of. So first part of the question: are we doing the virtual campus? So yes, coursework will be on Google Classroom beginning next week. I have my calendar here. So starting on Monday the 30th, this coming Monday, March 30th, all the way through April 10th, we are going online. So everything is through Google Classroom. So starting Monday, as students, you're expected to check all of your Google Classrooms for all of your courses because everything will be on there. Um, Let me repeat the question. What if students work during the day? Will we be able to access it at a different time of day? Yes, absolutely. So you don't have to log in to your Google Classroom at a specific time of day. So you don't have to go on for our class necessarily from 8:55 to 9:50 every morning. It's completely up to you what time of day you want to access your classes on Google Classroom. If you have work in the morning, then please go on Classroom in the afternoon, if or vice versa, right? Maybe you work in the afternoon, check out your Google Classroom in the morning or even in the evening. You can go on any time of day. Last part of the question: what's going to happen with graduation and the ceremony? Are we going to make it up in the summer? I think this question appears later on here too. I wish I had an answer for us. We don't know yet about graduation. I know that the U of A college commencement, their graduation was canceled. So I know the colleges are in the news for our in-state universities, but for us at Miranda, we don't know yet. I wish I had an answer for us at this moment. I certainly hope that we have a graduation ceremony. I think you all deserve it, and it's such a wonderful night. We don't know yet, though. We have not been told as teachers if there will be a ceremony or not, or even if there would be a makeup opportunity if it were to get canceled. We don't have that information yet, unfortunately. Second question: do you think we'll ever go back to school since it kind of seems like it's getting worse? If we don't end up going to school, will we just finish off with the grade we have? So, two-part question. Good question. Do I think we'll ever go back to school since it seems like the virus is getting worse? Uh, I'm. This is another one where I wish I had an answer for us seniors. I hope that I don't have to say that for all of our questions. I know it's probably not the answer you want to hear, but I don't know. There have been some mornings where I've woken up and thought that we are going back to school. I think that's the wishful part of me, because I miss you all and I miss having that routine, as I'm sure you might feel as well. So some days I wake up thinking, yeah, we're definitely gonna go back. This is too weird and too strange for it to continue. But then there are other days where I follow the news, um, and it does seem like the virus is continuing, as we can see when we turn on the television or read the newspaper. So um, it really feels 50-50 to me. Again, please keep in mind that the state of Arizona and the governor um, decides how the school year is going to play out in terms of if we have a return date or not. That's not a Miranda district decision. That is the state of Arizona, Governor Ducey, and then the superintendent of public instruction, Kathy Hoffman. They decide those. And again, in terms of a graduation ceremony, um, that is to be determined as well. So I hope we come back, but we just know at the moment that school is closed until April 10th. But the expectation is that we are using Google Classroom and that you all are accessing Google Classroom starting this Monday. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. If we don't end up going to school, will we just finish off with the grade we have? Uh, no, no, not necessarily. We'll talk more about that shortly. Next question. It says, not a question, but I miss your class and will be very sad if school gets canceled longer. Wow, thank you. That means the world. I miss you all immensely. It's weird to not start my mornings. Um, seeing each of you. So thank you for that. That's very meaningful. And I would be sad if school gets canceled longer as well. I agree there. What time should I check my Chromebook every day? So that's a fantastic question. Please check your Chromebooks daily. If you can, I would recommend checking your Chromebooks as if you were going through a normal day of class. So this requires you to wake up kind of early, but starting at 8:55 or 9 o'clock every morning, I would recommend logging into English, our English classroom, and seeing what we have in store. And then to your second period and third period, so on and so forth. There's not a set time you have to check it every day, but my plan is to operate our Google Classroom where you will see the materials posted every morning as if we were headed to first period. Hopefully that answers your question. Good question. Do you think graduation will be pushed back? So I did already touch on that. I hope it's not. Uh, what will the grading for us look like? So this goes back to the previous question we had about if we don't end up going to school, we just finish off with the grade we have. So I have some information for us. Please listen carefully. This is pretty important. So the grading will go as follows, as I've been told, and I'll be transparent with you all. I think it's important, obviously, to be honest with you always. Um, as teachers, we've been told that if you choose to not do the work, we cannot hold that against you because we know that some of you may have trouble accessing Wi-Fi, um, and we know that with the school closure, it's just different, and we can't ensure that all of you are being able to access the materials we post. So let's say that starting on Monday, I attach an assignment for us, which I want you to look at because I promise it'll be interesting, and all your teachers are working hard for you. So let's say it's posted Monday, but you don't end up completing the assignment. This is the tricky part. As teachers, we are not able to put in a zero for you on gradebook. So it would not hurt you if you choose to not do an assignment, which sounds really weird. But, my voice got louder, but if you choose to do the assignments and the activities that we provide, that I provide for our class, that can help your grade. So as teachers on Monday, if you do the assignment that's posted, we are able to add points to your grade book for that assignment to help boost your grade. So for this virtual campus, this online learning, as teachers, we've been told that we are required to provide a learning experience for you all. Um, and that can help your grade. Now, I am excited to have the chance to look at your writing much more quickly than I can during the school year because as teachers, we're required to be at home from the normal school hours from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. So I'm really excited to use this opportunity to get to view your writing and add comments to your writing and compliment your writing and ask you questions and kind of as English teachers, we've decided that this can be a really good coaching of your writing, which we're really excited about because I know our class, you all are some really great writers and have some very, very awesome ideas. So once again, with Gradebook, and I'll remind us of this next week, with Gradebook, the assignments, the activities that we must provide for a learning experience for you all while school is closed, that can be put in Gradebook, and it will be put in Gradebook. And it can help boost your grade. However, it cannot take away from your grade. If you choose to not do something, we cannot put in a zero for you as teachers. Um, so really unique situation. I hope that clarifies. If that doesn't, if I made it extra confusing, um, just add a comment, let me know, and I'll um, try to clarify. Last question, how are you doing in this situation? Thank you so much for asking. So it's a really strange time. I've been thinking about if I can compare this to anything in my lifetime. And so I'm a 90s kid, so I was born in the 90s, and I think about September 11th. Um, and obviously how traumatic that was in the fallout for that. I was in third grade when that happened, and I still remember where I was that day when I heard the news from my parents. Um, but other than that, in terms of just how it kind of stops society, that's the only thing I can compare this virus to. I know they're both very different situations, but it just seems very unprecedented and extraordinary. So it's been kind of surreal Um, but I think I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. I don't know anyone personally that's been um, ill or has become ill due to the virus. My parents are doing well. My dad's working from home. My mom's getting paid but not able to work at the mall since the mall is closed. And I'm still in Phoenix. I'll be back in Tucson over the weekend. So they've been here. I've been here. Their cat Baxter's been here. We have been able to maintain our sanity as well, living together, so to speak. It feels like I'm back in high school, living at home for a little bit until I get back to Tucson. So anyway, long story short, I'm doing pretty well. I think all things considered, um, it's just a really really surreal time, and I miss you all. It feels like we should be at school right now this week. So I'm hanging in there. Thank you so much for asking. Those are all the questions on here. I've already made it to the 11-minute mark. That is a lot of talking. Thank you for listening to those 11 minutes. I hope this was helpful. I hope I clarified some questions you had, all the questions you had. I will be in touch about the grade book. Again, I hope that made sense. That um, that's the grade book policy we're going to be operating with starting next week. So on Monday, the 30th, in a few days, you will be expected to check your classroom. So please do so. I will be in touch. I miss you all immensely, like I said. Please take care of yourselves and each other. If you have any questions or just want to update me on what's happening in your life, I would love to hear. I'm available via email on that Remind text service with the instructions on how to sign up for that on Classroom. I hope to see you all soon. Enjoy your evening.